the Zeagle Zena and the Zeagle Scout. So what my dilemma is on the Zena, I am most of the time and always an extra small because I'm a very short torso person. I was originally using a Tulsa Celine Wing extra small. And then I bought this last year, the Zena last year, and I'm not, we'll call it big chested. So this vest, I hate it. I hate this BCD. I absolutely hate it. It's hard to get in and out of it, like if you're doing rescue courses, because it just unzips. It has no cummerbund on it, which I'm used to and I like because it keeps it pulled down towards my hips. And you can't, this is the only Zeagle you cannot get a cummerbund for it because of the fact that it is the way the setup is, because it's a vest style. There's a lot of women that love this BCD. Actually, one of my scuba partners, she tried mine on and she ended up buying one because she loved it. But me personally, it doesn't fit me. What happens is up here, I have that, let's say the gap, we'll say an inch gap here. No matter how far I tighten it down, all the way down, I will have that gap. So when your tank's on, you get that extra flop back and forth on your tank because it's pulling on the BCD, because the strap has extra room when it's pulling back. It's not really tight up against my shoulder chest area. So what I'm try to find is kind of like my old one, like the Tulsa Celine Wing. And the Zeagle Scout is literally almost exactly like that, where it's just a straps. It has the little strap for the chest, and it has the cummerbund and the buckle in the bottom. The only problem with a Scout is the bladder. The bladder is only lift capacity of, I don't even know if the tag's on this little one because I just bought it. It's like 24 pounds, and that doesn't matter what size it is. You can buy a medium, large, and it's like a 24-pound lift capacity. There's like literally like an itty bitty little like spot tag that's usually on, but you can't find it on this one. So what I'm going to try to do is, because the bladder backside on this one is 34 pounds. So what I'm going to try to do is take the back bladder off of this one and put it on the Scout. So everything should line up by the way that's going and that's going. The only difference between it is, oh, there it is, 24 pounds. Wait, see. There's the Scout, but this one has an extra clip on it. And that really doesn't matter because when we looked at the rest in the shop, the rep that Atlantic Pro, my rep that bought my Zeagles, and the Scout's really the only one with this extra clip on it for some reason. So it has like literally all the actual attachment points, same as here, along with the little metal buckles in here. We're just hoping the metal buckles line up. But so I'm going to pull the Zena apart and put the back bladder on the Scout, and then I should have the higher capacity lift capacity with the more comfort of the having the cummerbund and the regular strapping that straps all the way down and pulls all the way down to here, instead of just stopping right here at the vest size. And I'm old, so the Scout doesn't have that nice nice cushiony padding like this. See, oh, this is all cushiony. You got that extra little cushion, but it's literally just sewn on. I'm literally gonna rip apart this BCD and put everything onto this thing. The only parts I really needed was this, the cummerbund, and the strapping system. But trying to order them all separately, when he called his rep, he says it would have been way more expensive to order everything separately by just getting the pieces I needed. So I just ordered the whole thing. The Scout is actually a cheaper style BCD compared to these. Okay, so after you get the back weight pouches unvelcroed from in the flaps in here, one's on the buckle side, one's on the other one. So the other one you can like literally slide slide off the buckle, and it's weaved, the belt part is weaved in through here, so I undid that, and now we have the main buckle parts where the bladder is exposed. So now we can slide everything through as the Velcro is taking my carpet, and we can slide everything through out there, and then these little things, I already took this side off. Right here, it's on the same thing on this one's the Scout I'm looking at right now, and it's the same thing over here. I pulled this one off, and I was just going piece by piece. This is the Zena, but you just take a little quarter and you turn it a little bit, and it's these little plastic nuts. I don't know if you see that. Oop, it's getting blurry. Yeah, blurry. Ooh. All right. So that's what I'm doing now, is working on each piece by piece, and then I might actually have to watch a YouTube video how to like restrap this thing because it went through like multiple different ways. And I think when I restrapped mine, when I was putting my stuff and readjusting it because I wanted it shorter instead of longer, because I use a steel 80, and I had mine strapped differently than the manufacturer did on this one. So, and actually both of and this one was actually done differently. There was one at the top was done completely differently than the bottom one. So I'll have to figure out how to restrap them on. All right, so this is the two pieces for the Scout. Here's the back bladder, the inflator hose and everything. So brand new inflator hose and Zeagle brand, and the bladder part with the dump valves. So I guess I'm not going to really have to unstring anything. It's literally just take the back straps off and then feed your shoulder straps through the little cups here, right here, little stretchy cups. Feed it through there, and the whole piece pretty much comes off once you unscrew those two bottom nuts and the straps pretty much. So this thing is not going to come off unless your straps break and fall off somehow. So I am going to dismantle this one and I guess compare. I think this one's skinnier. I think that's why it must has a smaller bladder in it. I don't know. They look exactly the same, and literally this one's only rated for 24 and this one's rated for 34. So we'll see. All right. So this is what we're working with. This is the Scout's, which is 24-pound lift. And this is the Zena's, which is a 34-pound lift. So the Scout seems like it's just skinnier, but it's longer. Because if you look at the, here we go, kind of even it up, there we go. So if you look at the Zena, it's about the same area down here, but it's fatter, but it's shorter. So sometimes it's just weird, like, really, this thing's got 10 more pounds of lift than this one does. But I'm going to see if this moves over to that for the Scout, and that's the piece for the Zena for the back. But we got 2 buckles to strap it through, and there's plenty of spots on that to strap it through, so I don't think it really matters with the buckles, because as long as you can get the straps through the back plate piece and the bladder. This one has 3, so it's probably so you can move your tank in different or your strap in different locations for your tank, but I don't need this huge back piece, so I'll probably be selling the back piece or the bladder piece for the Scout. Yeah, so here we go. We're gonna try to put it on to the Scout. So the bladder is on the Scout, the Zeagle, and I'm trying to put the straps back on, but I'm gonna have to take the straps off because I put the buckle like way towards the center. So when I actually strap it all down together, all this extra stuff, and I don't even have anything to Velcro back there, so I need to like move the main buckle all the way back over here. So redo. Okay, so I slid it all the way over, so it gives me about like this much past it, so I can at least reach and grab it. And that's where the weight pouch is anyway, so. All right, we'll see where that lands. All right, so I weaved the bladder on, and these are all my pieces out here for the Zena. So the back piece and the chest and all the straps. I used everything Scout on here except for the bladder, back bladder. So everything pretty much weaves through just exactly like the Zena, where it comes through the buckle, the metal buckle, and then your guard for your tank. And then on the bottom one, you still have your weights and stuff like that and going through. So, and I just made it even with the bottom, and then I took the screws, the little screws on either side, they attach really well. So there's nothing really different than the attachment points on the Zena. The only thing extra on the Zeagle is, or I mean on the Scout, is these. So, which in reality, if I just find another clip, so you just got to find the little small clip. See how it's sewn into this? Literally, this little piece right here is extra. And you would basically had it sewn on here, and then it would just clip, and that'd be about it. So if I find a little clip, then I can literally just take right here, where the string's through it, and just like attach the point there and just clip it if I need to. If it's too much, like poof, but I doubt it because the Scout was the only one that had the extra clips on it like that. And the Zena did not, and I think the Ranger did not have the clips either. So, but this is my little peanut tank, and we have the Zeagle Zena bladder on top of and attached to the Scout. So it can be done. So I did move the straps over a little bit, and I still not sure if I should move them over even more, but because I can get this one, if I pull it all the way back, I can get it to Velcro, because they only put enough Velcro at the very tip. But because of the weight pouches at the bottom, I may have to like cut the straps and re-sew the Velcro on closer up here, so I can actually just Velcro it. Because I don't think I'm going to ever move to one of the 8-inch round tanks. I was considering the 117, but that is way too heavy, and probably way too heavy for my setup anyways. So I think I'll stick with the steel 80s and the steel 100s. And that's what we got for the setup, and my Zeagle Zena all in pieces. And I forgot to mention that the Zena, so when you have the Zenas don't have D-rings up here, which is odd because almost every BCD does. So I had to put these little strings wrapping through, and then this kind of how I clip like my camera and stuff and my flashlight if I wanted it up there. I put one on either side, but I'm taking them off because don't need them on that one. And the Scout actually has D-rings. So, and what I'll probably do is take those and weave them through and put them up here so I can have them higher and just put them through here. But this has D-rings here, has D-rings at the bottom, and I can put more attachment things here because they've got the extra little spots, so it has more attachment points. All right, so I'm going to redo the straps again because my Zena straps are like a little bit shorter, and then I won't have to like cut these ones and re-sew on the thing, hopefully. So I'm going to put the Zena straps onto the Scout. So you don't have to watch no videos or figure it out. They actually have numbers and arrows how to actually weave the strap through the buckle. So 1, you're down to there. You're taking the strap from the other side and pushing it down through this D-ring. And then Now 2, you're going to put it through here, which comes out through here. And then you're going to, which I have over here, so we have out through the D-ring and pull back up. That was number 2. Number 3, you have to push it through here. So that's going to be going literally through that part. And then that will be able to, so when you have your tank on, you can pull it and tighten it. And then you got, oops, that was 1, 2, 3, and then strap, and then through the 5th one, which is right there. So, well, actually, well, there you go. You got your 4th, you're back through there, and your 5th. All right, see what a couple inches difference makes with the short straps and weaving it properly through the strap. Literally just those couple inches I needed to take off, moved it here, and I can actually Velcro it properly and keep it tight on there. So, yep, so I had to move the straps and the bladder off the Zena and put it on the Scout. So I found a place that will literally cut off my thing and raise it up. All they did was take all the stitching out that was on the buckle, which was under this flap, slid right out the buckle, and then he did a nice little slit in the BCD strap right here, slid the thing back up under there, and re-sewed it. So you can't go to a tailor shop. Tailors don't have the thick needles and sewing machines that can get through this material, but a car upholstery place does. So that is now how I raised it, literally from where the buckle is hanging down here to buckle hanging here. Gave me another inch to tighten it down on.